Hello fellow YouTubers, welcome to this video, and I'm going to zoom in a little closer to my face so that way you guys can see magnificence in even closer, finer, crisper HD. Also, wearing the AJ Styles shirt, because he's the phenomenal one. I am also phenomenal. We have a pact like that. He doesn't need the club on the same show as him, because he has me. And I'm watching every episode of SmackDown and cheer louder for him than anybody else gets cheered. But anyway, so I just really wanted to put up a quick video, and there was something that had been kind of on my nerves recently, to be honest. And that was the way Summerslam was looking. Now, I'm not saying it looks bad, but guys, what the hell happened? If you remember last year, they were making SummerSlam a big deal. We had a champion versus champion match, Seth Rollins, John Cena. Remember, that was a big thing. Both belts were on the line. We had Jon Stewart involved. That was a big match. We had not only Brock Lesnar coming back to fight, but he was coming back to fight a part-timer in The Undertaker. So we had two part-timers clashing. That story felt really big. I want to say that Divas Revolution just started, so we had, I think it was the time we had the three-team triple tag team match, I want to say. Team Bad, Team PCB, and Team Bella, right? They were trying to make last year so big. Remember, it was 4 hours, felt like it was forever. This year, right now, our marquee matches are Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, which I've been clamoring for this. I have been. I remember saying that the year Reigns won the Royal Rumble, I said, this makes more sense if Randy Orton won it. You can have your Randy Orton-Brock Lesnar match at WrestleMania, have Seth Rollins cash in on Lesnar, and then you can have him feud with Orton. So I'm fine with this. But it's a bit late for that, isn't it? Especially now that, for one, Orton just came back from injury, so he has a little bit of momentum, but I don't feel like this match will be that good. It kind of have a bit of ring rust going, and Lesnar just failed a wellness policy in UFC. So the thing that makes this match interesting, really, is will the WWE have Randy Orton get smashed? Because in theory, you'd need him to get smashed, but if he gets smashed, then it's kind of like, I don't know if I'm making sense here. But regardless, we have Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. What the hell? Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler? I could have sworn, what, 2 months ago Dolph Ziggler was a jobber? This is why I said The Miz should be the one fighting for the title. Because at least he's been booked well recently. It's a face-heel dynamic. It makes sense. This Dean Ambrose-Dolph Ziggler match, I have no interest for it. At all. Dean Ambrose has, I mean, they've been salvaging his booking, and that's good. But Dolph Ziggler, he hasn't been. And really what this shows is that SmackDown got gypped on the draft. And realistically, you would have just been safer off sending AJ at him. Why not? Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles, maybe make it a triple threat, put John Cena in there. Look at that. But that brings up our next match. We're most likely going to have John Cena, AJ Styles in some sort of stipulation match, which is fine. I'm not complaining about that. But I am going to say this will be the third time we've seen this match. So, who is really going to be that excited for it? This isn't the first time they've competed. This will be the third time. Not counting matches on Raw where they touched. Realistically, this match, it'll probably be match of the night. But it feels really anticlimactic. And does not feel like a SummerSlam match at this point. Maybe it's just me. But moving on, we have Seth Rollins, who is my favorite active wrestler, versus Finn Balor. And again, the thing that interests me most about this match is, will they just give Finn the win? Because this will be the first time a lot of the fans have seen Demon Finn. So it's kind of like, you have to kind of have him win? Like, they just really hot-shotted this. And normally, that's not good. And I think here, it's not good either. Because realistically, you know, either Finn wins and Seth looks weak, or Seth wins and Finn looks weak. There's really no middle ground here. Unless, like, Roman Reigns, a special guest referee, which brings up another point. What the fuck is Reigns gonna do? Then you start looking at other matches, and I've been clamoring for freaking New Day, Enzo, Cass at SummerSlam. And I've been clamoring for that since probably May. And they done messed that up. Most likely, we're gonna have the New Day versus the Club. Maybe they'll throw Enzo and Cass in there, make it a 3-team match. Regardless, this should just be a straight-up tag team match, guys. Why? Regardless, the Club, they were finally getting booked correctly, and they get split up. So now you're going to have the two guys who realistically are really generic. They're going to be fighting for the tag titles? I'm supposed to care? Again, realistically, I'd rather see Enzo and Cass fighting the New Day here. I'd rather see the Vaudevillains fighting the New Day here. Regardless, I'm nitpicking here. It just, when you look around, this show does not feel like a big deal at all. Maybe it would have felt like a bigger deal if, remember, I want to say it was Payback. Vince was like, oh, I'm making an announcement about the future of the company, and then he just kind of said that Shane wasn't leaving, or something dumb like that. I don't really remember. But, you guys remember that, right? They should have done the brand split then. So that way this would be the first pay-per-view where both shows have been together again. So that way it felt like a bigger deal. Because this SummerSlam feels like a joke. And I'm sorry to say it like that, but it really does. Honestly, looking at it on paper, I'm not interested about like any match. Seth Rollins, Finn Balor should be a good match. Odds are that'll probably be the technical match of the night. Cena AJ will be a good match. I'm not going to argue that. But really, who cares? We're going to be watching this match just hoping Cena loses. And at this point, it almost doesn't make sense to have him lose. So they've kind of booked themselves into a corner here. I guess you have to have AJ win because you need a main event level heel. Because it's obvious you don't have one. What is Bray Wyatt going to do? Because now that his feud with the New Day is over, he has nobody. And realistically, you took away Dolph Ziggler, so that's one less face he can feud with. It's just odd, guys. Not saying it's going to be a bad show. It'll probably be a passable show, realistically. But it does not feel like the WrestleMania of the summer. And that's what I'm trying to say here. But anyway, if you agree with me, feel free to like, comment, and share, and whatnot. If you disagree with me, feel free to like, comment, share. Just fucking do it.